Hyderabad's healthcare scene is absolutely booming, right? It's now a hub for world-class medical care. But that incredible success has created a brand new and pretty daunting challenge for hospitals. When everyone is good, how do you prove you're truly great? Today, we're going to dig into the one thing that truly sets a hospital apart.
And that really is the million-dollar question, isn't it? Because in a city with so much competition and with patients who are smarter and more informed than ever, you can't just say you're committed to excellence. You have to prove it. And there is an answer that's becoming absolutely critical for survival and success. So here's our plan. We'll start with Hyderabad's unique quality challenge. Then we'll introduce the gold standard itself, NABH. We'll look at why it pays off with real-world results, walk through the steps to get there, and finally, see why this is where the future of healthcare is heading. Okay, let's jump right into Section 1. We need to understand what makes Hyderabad's healthcare market so incredibly competitive. It's a fascinating story, really, of how massive success has created a whole new set of pressures. The city's reputation has just exploded. Think about it. It's not just an IT hub anymore. It's a go-to destination for top-tier medical care. And that amazing success has raised the stakes for every single hospital. The bar has been set incredibly high, and now everyone is in a race to prove they belong at the top. And these pressures are all tangled together. It's not just about more hospitals popping up. You've got patients who go online and research safety records. You have insurance companies who will only partner with hospitals that meet their strict criteria. And then there's the huge potential of medical tourism, which demands nothing less than global standards. Quality is the one thread that ties all of this together. So with all these forces pushing from every direction, what's the solution? How do you meet this challenge? Well, that brings us right to Section 2 and the answer, the undisputed gold standard for quality in Indian healthcare, NABH. So what exactly is NABH? Well, you can think of it as the ultimate playbook for hospital excellence. It's a framework backed by the Quality Council of India, and its entire purpose is to make sure every single thing a hospital does is safe, ethical, and 100% focused on the patient. It's about building quality into your hospital's DNA, not just reacting when something goes wrong. And wow, just look at how thorough this is. NABH is not some simple checklist you can breeze through. It dives deep into everything, from medication management to prevent dangerous errors, to hospital infection control, which, as we know, is absolutely critical. This isn't just bureaucracy. It's about building rock-solid systems that protect patients and staff. Okay, so we get what NABH is, but what's the real-world payoff? What's the return on investing all this time and effort into quality? Let's get into the concrete benefits, the stuff you can actually see and measure. And we're not just talking about a vague, good feeling here. The impact is real and it's measurable. We've got hard data that shows how this benefits everyone involved, the patients, the staff, and yes, the hospital's financial health. For example, check this out, a 40% increase in patient satisfaction. That is a massive leap. This case, from a hospital right in Banjara Hills, proves that when you have clear, safe systems in place, patients feel it. They feel more cared for, they feel heard, and their trust in their treatment just skyrockets. And if you thought that was impressive, it gets even more critical. A 60% reduction in medication errors. Let that sink in. That's a life-saving number right there from a hospital in Warangal. By putting the strict NABH processes into action, they made their patients dramatically safer. This is the real human impact we're talking about. So you see how it all connects? These incredible results, happier patients, way fewer errors, they all add up to these three huge strategic wins. Your reputation goes through the roof, your daily operations become way more efficient, and that powerful combo naturally leads to healthier, more sustainable growth. So we've covered the why. Now you're probably wondering about the how. I know it can seem like a huge mountain to climb, but it's actually a pretty logical step-by-step journey. Let's break it down. It all kicks off with a gap assessment, which is really just a brutally honest look at where you are now versus where you need to be. From there, it's all about training your team, rolling out the new standardized processes, and then, this is key, testing yourselves with internal audits. Only then are you ready for the official one. And that last step, number 6, is the most important reminder. This is a cycle, not a finish line. Of course, a neat 6-step plan looks great on a slide, but we all know the real world is a bit messier, right? Hospitals run into real challenges on this journey, so let's not pretend they don't exist. Let's tackle them head on. For example, here's a classic one.
Resistance to change. The solution? It has to start at the very top. Leadership has to get everyone on board. Or what about a tight budget and not enough time? The key is to phase it in. You don't have to boil the ocean overnight. Focus on the most critical safety areas first. You see, for every common hurdle, there's a practical way forward. And that brings us to our final section, where we're going to look ahead, because getting accredited isn't just about making your hospital better today. It's about securing its place in the healthcare landscape of tomorrow. Just look at this. It's a perfect match. On one side, you have Telangana's entire vision for healthcare. On the other, you have the core principles of NABH. They line up perfectly. You want to attract international patients? You need global standards. You want to be part of government health schemes? Accreditation is key. Being NABH accredited means you're already aligned with where everything is headed.
So if you're feeling ready to take the first step, here's your actionable roadmap. And notice what's at number 1, leadership commitment. Absolutely nothing happens without it. From there, get some expert help, train everybody, tackle the biggest safety priorities first, and make internal audits a regular habit. This is how you begin the journey.
And if you take away only one thing today, please let it be this. NABH is not a project that you finish. It's not a certificate you just hang on the wall and forget about. It is the beginning of a new culture, a deep, ongoing commitment to getting better every single day that becomes who you are as a hospital.
Because in the end, it all comes down to this simple, powerful promise. When a hospital earns that NABH logo, this is what it's saying to every single patient who walks through the door. It's a declaration of trust. It's a commitment to quality. And really, the only question left is, are you ready to make that promise?